Welcome back to the Collector's Table, everyone. I am that 80s nostalgic toy guy, and we're back again with a thrilling debut. This is my very first Soap Studio action figure unboxing. I kind of stumbled upon Soap Studio a few months ago, just looking for action figures to fill out my Joker collection.
Hello, kiddies. Meet the Joker.
Because I love Batman. I love all the movies, the TV shows, the cartoons, the animated series, all of it. I absolutely love Batman. He's my favorite DC character.
What are you? I'm Batman.
He's one of the real only DC characters that I'm crazy over in terms of collecting. I have other figures, of course. I am a collector. You know how it is. But I just stumbled upon this 1/12 action figure of the Joker from 2008's The Dark Knight.
Here's my card.
My favorite Joker of all time became 2008's Heath Ledger portrayal of the Joker.
It's simple. Kill the Batman.
That man, rest his soul. This guy delved in to that character so deeply.
We're tonight's entertainment.
And just brought a new light to that character, a light that had not been reached before, and one that has not been reached since. And I think it's going to be hard to duplicate, replicate, improve upon Heath Ledger's interpretation of the Joker.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Such an amazing actor, such an amazing career in such a short amount of time. This video right here is not only dedicated to my new action figure collectible creator, Soap Studios, and the Joker from 2008's The Dark Knight. This also, my little homage, my little tribute to Mr. Heath Ledger and the amazing job he did with this Joker character that he created. He created this character, and man, the collectibles that these guys are putting out are just amazing. So we're gonna get this plastic off here because I don't know if it's glaring on you or not. But I just want to let you know this came in the mail. When it came in the mail, I've left it by like it is with its little wrapper on there, this little plastic piece. So I'm gonna go ahead and just snip this thing off. I keep all this stuff with it. So just in case I want to package it back up. Put this on the pile of collector's junk. But there he is, right through the packaging. When I opened this up, I didn't know what to expect. It hit me. That opening scene, the opening bank robbing scene.
I believe whatever doesn't kill you simply makes you stranger.
That just a spectacular scene in the movie in and of itself. And when you have the Joker coming in and all these different masks with all these different accessories to just do what he does best, be evil, be cunning, be funny, and do a little damage in terms of death.
What happened to the rest of the guys?
Okay, so he's a bad guy.
He is a bad man.
But, he's not really killing people, so it's okay for us to like bad guys in our collectibles because they're really not killing people. But Heath Ledger just did an amazing job with this, and I'm excited to get this thing out of the box. And just to go over my first Soap Studios piece, and add another cool little piece to my The Dark Knight Batman collection.
I present to you the Collector.
I've got a collection from each of the movies including the one that just came out. I got those coming on pre-order in the mail, and I got them kind of separated to themselves a little bit. And like I said, I'm a big Batman fan, so Batman kind of watches over us there a little bit. Let's see here. What do we got on that front there? Now, what you see, now you can see through this right here that this says the Joker, and then it says 1/12 scale action figure, the Dark Knight trilogy, and all that. But over top of it, one of the Joker's favorite sayings was, "Why so serious?"
Why so serious?
And it's got a question mark, and it's got his little smiley face and everything over top of that. And then you got that cool little artwork there of the Joker looking out over top of that. Just an amazing character. So we got that on front there. It's got the DC logo on there. Got the bat logo there on that side. And then it just says, like the bank robber version on there. I am actually looking into getting a lot more of this set, of this collection, and we're going to open it up on this channel as soon as they come in. On the back there, you have just a little bit of the rundown of some of the accessories and some print on there. So the artwork from Soap Studios so far is looking very nice.
Nice.
I can't wait to get this sucker out of the box. It says it's got 35 points of articulation. And I'm looking at these accessories and everything in here, and I'm seeing that there's actually a figure display stand. That's cool. I love whenever these collectors throw in stands for us, because man, sometimes it's hard depending on where you're displaying, like to keep your guys, your girls, your collectibles, keep them upright.
The flowers are still standing.
You know, there's foot traffic. You know, I don't. Not everyone can have a nice flat surface that's not foot traffic. In my area, there's foot traffic right outside my door all day, every day, and there's vibrations from stuff from the washer and dryer and all that stuff, the household stuff, and it can cut. Sometimes you come in here and you'll see one of your figures over that doesn't have a stand. So I love when they toss in stands. If you're ready to see what this Soap Studio, the Dark Knight 2008 film, the Joker, played by Heath Ledger, 1/12 action figure, if you're wanting to see what he looks like, well, let's get at it. So we got Mr. Joker here for 2008, the Dark Knight film. We're going to go ahead and slice this sucker open. Let's get Heath Ledger's portrayal of the Joker in the Dark Knight 2008 film. The bank robbery scene, that awesome opening scene. Let's get him out of the box. So I got my trusty scissors here. We're going to go ahead and just clip one of these sides that are covered with tape. I need a little bit of help here from my scissors to pop this up. Get both my fingers underneath there and pull that back. Nice tight packaging there. We're going to fold that over right there. Looking good so far. Pull this up. Joker here out of the box. There we go. Oh, that is cool. I got to take that out and show you guys now. You guys are Batman, the Dark Knight fans, or Batman fans in general, and you've watched the Dark Knight film, and you'll know this scene right here, the robbery scene. You'll remember. Let me see that. I'm going to try to move that ever so gently there. Hopefully the light isn't bouncing off that and glaring. But that's that school bus. Because as you remember, Joker and his gang of idiots that he gets to help him do all the robbing, their getaway is a bus. When Joker gets away in that vehicle, because as you know, in sequence, everybody kills everybody because everybody's been told to kill the other person after they're done with a certain job. And the robbery...
Is it a problem? No, I'm done here.
Where's
Where's the alarm guy?
Boss told me when the guy was done, I should take him out.
Funny, he told me something similar.
No, no!
No. I killed a bus driver.
Bus driver? What bus driver?
What happened to the rest of the guys?
Getting away on this bus was absolutely a cool way for a bad guy to get away in this film. And you know, the bus goes off and files in place with what we presume to be a field trip. We're gonna go toss this off to the side, but that is some cool artwork from all around the outside of the box into that inside piece right there, which that's a cool little display piece where you can pull it out like that and set that up. That might actually be pretty cool to set up behind the Joker here with his myriad, as you see, of accessories. Looks like we have a little instruction sheet in here. I'm leaving it inside the plastic because I should be able to figure this thing out, and this one's sealed. But I'm gonna get out there real close, see if you can't see that. Inside here, there's a little package right up in there that has little buttons that can fix and repair the pieces in there. And there's each color of every button that's in here. So there's like 3 different colors of buttons and everything. That's a cool little add-on there.
Do you want any fries or drink with that?
Now, this is my first ever Soap Studio piece, so I don't know how they have these things tied down or sealed up. This just pops off right here. And so on this piece of plastic that pops off, and it's nice interlocking in there, which is really cool. I love, if you watch any of my videos, you'd know what I love. I love to be able to pop the plastic off and pull my pieces out. I don't like to have to fight through a bunch of tape, a bunch of plastic covered metal, or any kind of ties, zip ties, whatever. I hate cutting through all that stuff because it just, not only does it add time to me pulling the sucker out of the box, but it also makes it so that I have a higher incidence of scratching, cutting, maiming, messing up my piece that I want so badly to stay in pristine shape. When I pull this off here, I see a cool little thing that they've done there. If you see those 3 black pieces lining the top part of that plastic there, where the heads go on this thing, we have 3 different heads, as you can see. That's awesome to begin with. But those 3 pieces right there sit on the forehead of these just beautifully painted head sculpts, and those keep those suckers in place. It also keeps them safe from getting scratched by that plastic there.
Scratch! Oh my stars, for the love of Liza.
You don't want a darn scratch rub piece, paint missing off your head sculpt that you're putting on your character, especially if you spend your hard-earned cash on that. So that's a good little throw in. You know, maybe I've seen that before, but I can't recall on which collector creators pieces or which items I bought. But you know, that's a really cool little thoughtful piece there by Soap Studio.
Wasn't that special?
We're going to go ahead and remove Joker from this packaging. Get all this little plastic off. These plastic pieces are not taped on. Another A+ on that. You can have these things on like this, little coverings, like little boots and gloves themselves, without having tape. Even though I'm an out-of-the-box collector, I love to preserve every piece I can, just in case I want to repackage it or sell it to someone or give it to someone. Go ahead, you're watching this video, hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, give any video that you like a like, hit that bell icon, go ahead and click that one. That will make sure that you get notified every time that I post a video. You do not want to be left in the dark, because we do some cool stuff, I think, in the action figure collectible realm.
And I spent the next 10 years trying to learn all I could about the quantum realm.
If you're one of those people that like that stuff, that's probably why you're viewing my video, and you do not want to miss what I'm putting out there. So I appreciate you guys very much. Thank you all for doing everything you do to make my channel a success. I appreciate appreciate each and every one of you. But we're back to Joker here.
I thought my jokes were bad.
He looks very cool. We're going to give you a first look at him real quick. Right up in there. We're going to do a nice little close-up video after this, at the very end of this video. So you can either fast forward and look at that real quick and pop back and rejoin me, or just stay with me until the very end. Either way, I appreciate your view no matter what. But there's Joker.
How about a magic trick?
Really cool. I wonder if he stands up without the stand. He's got some nice little mobility there. I want to get some of his, get all of his accessories out there. All right. He stands up there on first stance. I like that. Okay. I am an absolute Batman nut. I grew up watching the old Batman, the original TV shows with my grandma back in the 80s. On reruns, of course, because that was way back in the 60s, and I was not quite born back then, okay? So, I have Batman stuff all over the place. He is my favorite DC character. He's the one I have the most of when it comes to DC. So, anything Batman I love. But Joker was my favorite villain of all the villains. And there's been some great portrayals of Joker over the years.
What are you laughing at?
Heath Ledger's my favorite, my absolute favorite out of all the portrayals, and my collection of Joker stuff relating to Heath Ledger, it outpaces all other Joker pieces that I have. And this piece right here is looking exciting. And all that being said has led up to me. I love logos. I love when you make something with the in the packaging with the logo of the movie, the film, the TV show, the cartoon, the miniseries, the commercial, the cereal, the food, whatever it is that we're making and we're collecting. I love having logos on stuff. And I love having them in a way where I can display it and see that logo. So we see right here, it's got the Dark Knight trilogy on there, even though Heath Ledger was only in this film right here. But it's got the Dark Knight trilogy. That's the set that this is from Soap Studio. And then you got right here, you got the Joker. I absolutely love printed names, nameplates, things like that, because even though I know the characters and everything like that, I still like to have a label on them.
Oh, is that a label maker?
It's Label Baby Junior.
These are, as everyone knows, in the collector world right now, these things are really our fine pieces of art. Our jewelry, our high-end collectibles. These are our pieces, and we like to have them displayed greatly, displayed in a way that we like to display them, and one of those ways we like to display them is with little nameplates. A lot of people like to do that, and I'm one of those people.
Yo, put a label on it with the labels on.
When the toy creators come out with these things that have all that cool stuff on there, that is awesome. That saves me money and work on trying to make a better display for my item. So we're going to go ahead and put this the stand together. This cool little 1/12 scale stand together. Got the rod piece right there that goes into the little hole there, and then on top of the piece right there that holds up Joker is this nice little claw capture piece, the holder right there, and we're going to set that on right there, and it goes right in there nice and tight.
Nice and tight.
We're going to set that right there, and then let's see how Joker fits in there. Oh, well, that goes right, that'll go nice, like right around there. You can, this right here, though I have it sitting right there and he's kind of hanging there a little bit, even though I can bring him down a little further. It is fully adjustable from here, if you want to hold them up here at the armpits like I like to do, all the way down to wherever you want to hold them. If you want to try to grasp around a leg or whatever and be way down there, you can. You have that option. Right now I got him really high to where he's kind of levitating off that. You can kind of see some space in between his feet and the stand base. You can do that, and he holds up very nice.
Nice. Nice.
We're going to go ahead and set him on that stand right there and get the rest of his accessories out. We're going to get out the Heath Ledger classic Joker sculpt there.
Well, hello, beautiful.
That awesome, just awesome face work. The paint and the makeup and everything on the Joker in this film was absolutely awesome. Just awesome. This right here, I thought this was a head sculpt, but it's not. It's actually another mask. So you got two head sculpts here, and I believe it's either one or two masks. It is absolutely not removable. So this is a really serious, gruffy look there of the bank robber mask. And then you have Mr. Heath Ledger here, which I really love. And I'm probably going to take that on. This is the bank robber scene, but I love that look. So there is the, Heath Ledger, awesome Joker look. Just really, really nice. The hair looks really nice. It's got a really dark green tint to it with the black hair color with a green hair dye over top of it. And then that classic face with the the scars. And then the smiley face there and the black dark eyes. They did a really good job on this paint scheme. There are toy creators out there that try and sometimes just fail at recreating what these characters look like. So far, Soap Studio has done very well, and definitely on these masks. These look really eerily similar to the masks and the paint job there on those masks that Mr. Joker, played by Heath Ledger, used, and his cronies used to heist that bank there at the beginning of that movie. We have got the duffel bag here. I was reading the box. This thing actually opens. So this is blue on black, nice replica of the duffel bag that the Joker uses. I was reading up on this, and these are actually real zippers, and so I should be able to, right in front of you here, be able to grab this zipper piece right here and open it up. There's that side. It opens up very nicely. Let's grab this other one and see what it does. It opens up very nicely. Now, as you can see inside here, it's got 6 little spots there. You can put, and this is awesome because I've said in many of my videos, if you give me a piece or an item or an accessory with my action figure, my collectible, to hold the extra pieces that come with them, because I like to keep everything together with my pieces. If you give me the ability inside incorporated with the piece to do that, you get just a double thumbs up. Thumbs up! So I really like that. Soap Studio, I really like that. I've got more Soap Studio items coming, just to let you know, a little FYI. So if you're a Soap Studio fan and you've had a collector and you've had a lot of their stuff, go ahead and hit subscribe, because I'm going to go over a lot more. Now, right now, I've just got, I think, Batman stuff coming. There are other things too that I'm looking at, but I got a lot of the Dark Knight trilogy and 1989 Batman and Batman Returns, a lot of other stuff that's coming through them, because I like this so much. Go ahead and hit subscribe, all you Soap Studio fans, because I got a lot more coming. Okay, so you just open that up, you see these little holes in there that coincide with these grenades and bombs that are in here, so you can set those inside there. I love it whenever we can just take out the accessories and we can just kind of start accessorizing like right away. I really do. That's really cool. So we got the cash. Let me see here. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to go. Let's see if we can get it all. Oh, there we go. We got the extra hand pieces. The extra hands, we have 2, 4, 6. So we have 4 sets of hands, 3 extras right here. We have, of course, 2 trigger fingers. Of course, we have another extra trigger finger, it looks like, just in case you were to mess up on one. This is a little bit, one's a little bit wider, but they're all like trigger fingers. And then you have multiple open hand options, so that's really cool. On top of those head sculpt, that extra head sculpt, and the mask.
Right?
Great job on the accessories on that. We have the gun accessory for Mr. the Joker. I found out has a removable top part of that gun. You know, those gun aficionados know exactly what kind of part it is. I am not a gun aficionado, but that piece that goes on top there that moves whenever the gun shoots or whatever, it comes off.
Done, Drill Sergeant!
So I found that out while we were putting removing and replacing this right hand over here. So I'm going to go ahead and put this this gun in there. It fits a little bit loosely in that one. Since that fits kind of loosely on that trigger finger, let's try this left trigger finger hand. Sometimes you try these things out right before you put them on, and you'll know which one will work the best. Well, that one seems a little bit tighter. Yeah, that left hand seems a little bit tighter. The trigger part is still off by a little bit, but it fits tighter. But you can see that left hand still, it may fit tighter, but it's not all the way lined up with that trigger finger. The hands are a little bit bigger than the gun itself. So the trigger finger, no matter what, none of these trigger fingers will fit inside that nice. They made a nice little gun there.
The Jericho.
It just wasn't scaled as good as the gloved hands. So you really, the trigger finger there, we'll try to show a close-up at the end of this video. The trigger finger there, you just can't, it just won't line up with that, the trigger slot there. Though they put a nice little, on this gun, the silver on black, is a beautiful paint job. And they have a trigger in there, an independent trigger that's not just like molded into the plastic. It actually looks like it could actually move, but it does not move, of course. It holds it a little bit better, so let's try to get this left hand off here. Just twist it there a little bit and pull, and there it goes, pops right off. We're going to set that up there with those other hands.
That's not good.
We got 3 extra sets of hands. We got the trigger fingers. We found out the trigger fingers just don't quite line up, so that's not really a positive. I won't put that underneath the negative on this.
Negative, Ghost Rider. The pattern is full.
No buy negative for me. Absolutely not. I just wanted to be able to hold it. We found out that the right trigger finger hand's a little bit big, and it holds the gun a little bit too loose for me. I don't want to lose my pieces when they're up on the display. So I'm not going to display the gun in his right hand. I don't want it to kind of fall out somehow and just lose this weapon, because it's probably one of the more expensive pieces to replace, even though it's so small. So I put it in the left hand, and it still doesn't line up, but we're going to go ahead and pop it on that left hand there, because, you know, it at least holds it very snugly.
Got my tight pants on.
So we're going to go ahead and line this up. But I just noticed, before we line this up here, I just noticed that there is this watch.
Hey, Peter! I got an extra ticket to the Galaxy game tonight.
Sorry, my voice got high-pitched there. Just excited to see this. It's an actual little watch that removes and puts on. That's a nice little piece. Okay, so you got your little extra watch there. My Marty McFly here has a nice watch, and he is a 1/6 scale, and he's bigger than him, who's a 1/12 scale, and they were able to make a watch right there that fits him. So that right there is pretty neat in and of itself.
That's some neat trick.
Does it make up for the trigger finger? I think so, a little bit. You know, I'd like to have that trigger finger snug, but on both sides, and line up with the trigger and trigger finger. But you know, that's no deal breaker for me. Let's take him off this stand here. as you can see, with these 1/12 figures, you've got to watch out. I have had these things break on these 1/12 figures, where you take the hands on and off, because they're so small. Those little joints right there. Some of my figures, I don't really even take off the hands, to be honest, because I've had them break. And these seem like the kind that if you're not careful, I'm just going to tell you, just be careful. If you're not careful, I believe those will break.
I must break you.
I had a tough time with this hand over here, and I was sweating with this one over here. And I'm going to be very gentle putting this back in, just very gentle. I really don't want to break this piece. This is my first soap studio piece, and I do not want to break it, so I'm going to be very gentle. It popped right in there. Nice. Now, we got this gun that displays very well like this.
It's like this and like that and like this and...
So while I'm holding Joker up here, I'm going to go ahead and show you these other remaining couple accessories here, and then we're going to go over the clothes of this guy, because these clothes are extremely nice and well made. They are. I went over them head to toe. They are great clothes. So another accessory is this stack of cash, or stack of notes, bank notes, whatever you want to call them. But it's just a stack of cash. It's cash. Those go in the duffel bag as well. We're going to set that right in there. Alright, so the last pieces of accessories we have are 3 smoke grenades and 3 regular grenades right there.
I catch a grenade, oh yeah.
Those go inside. There's 6 of them. There's 6 spots in this awesome duffel bag that those go into. We're going to put them in there one by one. And this right hand over here actually can hold one of these grenades, I believe. So let me try. Oh. Yes, okay. So this is big enough to hold the grenade right there. So, and I believe it can hold one of the round grenades or the longer cylindrical grenades. So, though that hand is a little bit too big for to hold the gun, it holds one of those grenades right there. That's cool. I love when my action figures can hold the accessories.
Hold this bacon.
Why am I holding bacon? Ah!
But we got that right there. I'm going to lay him down right now. We're going to go ahead and we're going to take this duffel bag. We got the cash there. Let's go ahead and take these little slots and put these grenades inside this duffel bag. So there's 2, and there's 3, 4, and 5. Now that 6th slot, as you can see right there, we'll do a little close-up video of that at the end of this video as well. Yeah, you guys can go ahead and check that out and come back, or just wait and it'll still be there for you. But there it is. So we went over all the accessories. We went over the head sculpt, the extra mask. The head sculpt that's on him right now is one that's got the mask, the frowny mask there. That's part of the head sculpt. It's not removable. Then we have this nice gray jacket that is really nicely made and looks like really hand stitched. These buttons right here, with the coinciding button slots or whatever, those buttons will actually go inside and button up. That is, I thought they were just on there. You know, they would, they would remove, or they could fall off, and and the package we went through earlier in the video that Soap Studio just like gave us some extra buttons to glue on or whatever. No, they actually are working buttons.
I'm not even mad. That's amazing.
And that is cool. On both the jacket, and as we open up this jacket here, you'll see that they did also on recreating that undershirt of the Joker. Those buttons as well are removable. We also, underneath here, we have on the back here the purple flap of the Joker. So we got some purple in there.
And by the way, the suit, it wasn't cheap. You ought to know, you bought it.
And that's one of my favorite colors that the Joker wears. He doesn't wear a ton of it, but he wears some purple, and I really love that. That's a nice, great contrast with his face paint, his face makeup. and the rest of his body.
You see, I'm a guy of simple taste. I enjoy dynamite and gunpowder.
So I saw that and I wanted to go through that. These pants are very nicely made. There's nothing removable. I don't see any buttons on these. There is a left pocket and a right pocket. Both of these pockets, I'm going to show you one here, right here. Both of these pockets are able to be opened. So, what my thought was, with this cash, is you could just set the cash right inside the pocket.
That's a lot of money. If this Joker guy was so smart, he'd have had us bring a bigger car.
And if you're like me and you like to display a lot of stuff with your characters, you can put another bomb in his other pocket. So there's that. So we got cash, the stack of cash in his pocket. They made pockets in this 1/12 scale action figure. Soap Studio, that's a positive. So you've had an extra watch, you got exquisitely made clothes. That is kind of making up for the trigger finger not lining up, though that still irks me a little bit. Hey, I'm not going to like every single thing about everything that I get, and that's why we go over this review. So there, we got the cash in the pocket.
Got this in pocket.
We're going to work our way down here to the shoes that are really nicely made. I can't remember what kind, I don't know if there was a certain brand he wore, but these look like brown or gray on white. But those shoes are really, really nice. Really nice. You'll see in a close-up too after this video. Really nice, really nicely painted. We have went over all this stuff. The last thing we have to go over before we switch heads on Joker here, on the Joker, is some articulation. So we'll lay him flat here. We're going to find out. I saw there's some articulation on his toe here. They did a really great job on this thing in terms of articulation, because I was going through it just to see where these joints move, because I'm not taking off these clothes. So I was just really safe with trying to move these joints. So we have articulation on both toes there, where the toes can be pointed in certain directions, so he can look like he's walking if you want to set him in that. His ankles move left and right and forward and backwards all the way around. Really nice articulation. You kind of find, if you feel, you can feel this is like a two-jointed knee with a kneecap, but I'm not going to pull that up. So he can actually, his joint will go pretty far. You can actually take this other piece if you want to put it up even higher, go up even higher. So both joints do this right there.
I have a double jointed elbow. Look, I can make a perfect circle. Wow.
They do very well with that. The hips, right here, they are a very working, like a circular motion, up and down, back and forth, all around joint. Both of those are very, very posable. He's got a very nice and tight but movable waist joint, so he can be moved. He can be posed like that. He's off to the side. He's doing something like that. That's the great thing about these stands. You can pose him in a stance where maybe he's like dodging a bullet or dodging a punch or something as he's running away or something like that. There's a lot of different ways to pose these guys. I moved up here to the chest and noticed that he has a chest articulation piece underneath there. So as you can see, he can move forward and backwards with his upper chest.
That is the peck pop of love.
So he can do a lot of different things. His shoulder joints are like I can feel underneath there that they're kind of like a really involved shoulder joint. If you took these clothes off, you would see that there's probably a bunch of pieces right there, like those 2 or 3 pieces that make it so that it moves in and out very well. And they move, so he moves in and out like that with his chest and shoulders, and while having some great circular articulation. This suit is really nicely tailored to him. I say tailored because that's just what it looks like. That it keeps me from like going all the way up without feeling like I might break the shoulder joint, so I'm not going to do it.
So why don't you go ahead and break my arm?
I do not want to break your arm, Monsieur Bobby.
It will go up if you do so. So we got the shoulders. We're down to the elbows, which are also double joints, just like the knees. Meaning that there's a joint on the forearm and there's a joint on the upper arm, tricep, bicep area that has like an elbow. So that's 2 joints that connect with an elbow, and that means that his arm will move extremely far. He's got lots of dexterity in that arm. Then that leads us up to his head sculpt. So we see when we move this here, if you kind of see his neck, you can see his neck move. So he's got this long neck. So we know that his head, when I pull this off here, removes, and you have the neck that removes with the head, and not just the head. So I absolutely love this Heath Ledger sculpt.
Well, you look nervous. Is it the scars?
I love his face. The dude's makeup, the dude's look in the Dark Knight Joker is second to none. An absolutely amazing character. One of my favorite villains of all time in film and animation. So we're going to go ahead and just gently, I do not want to break this, gently push. It's a 1/12 scale figure, so we know that it's a smaller little piece that we're pushing on here. I'll show you down there. It's just really, really small. You know, so but they make these accessories here for us, and you just got to be careful and take care that you don't break anything. So you just push, and it popped right on there. And then you went from that bank robber with a mask to the Joker that we all know and love.
Me? I was right here.
The Joker that, you know, walks away from the hospital blowing up. The Joker who, you know, as you see him, whenever he sticks the little dummy bomb in the guy's mouth, who's laying on the ground at the end of the bank robbery scene.
Whatever doesn't kill you simply makes you a stranger.
Like I said, an amazing villain, and I absolutely love him. He is one of my favorite villains to collect. So we have his head sculpt there, and he moves around very well. Absolutely love that. Now we have the mask. This is the last thing we have. This mask doesn't have a piece that wraps around him, so I'm assuming that it just pops on there somehow. So we're going to go over it. This one, I'm gonna compare these real quick to each other here. Okay, so this one right here has dark eyes. There's no like eyes. You can't see anything through those eyes. The painting on them look to be very similar, but as you notice this mask, there are eye holes. So if I were to put this on Heath Ledger, the Joker, let's see what it does. I don't want to scratch up any paint, but let's see what it does. Well, you know, I don't know that it actually goes on there like that. It doesn't really fit or pop over that, and I don't want to break it.
Oh, I think I broke my bottom.
If you put it on there like that, I have a feeling it would eventually pop off. So it doesn't really fit on there all that well. Now that I moved it a little bit, it's a little bit soft, and it's actually a little bit movable. So if you really wanted to put it on there, you could, but it still doesn't fit the greatest. And I'm just going to be honest with you, this doesn't fit the greatest. You could set it on top of his head, but still doesn't fit like that. I wouldn't put it on his face. I'm just going to be honest with you, that's what I do. I wouldn't put it on his face, it'll pop off. It doesn't stick very well. You try to put it on top of his head, you know, I kind of like that look, which is what I was wanting to really go for. It still feels like it might pop off. So I'm going to leave that off to the side and display it with him. And after all that, I'm going to put his leg up like that, almost looking like he's running. Let's tighten that up around him a little bit. Put that toe down just a little bit so it looks more natural. And we're going to kind of give you a look at how I might display this little sucker as we go around here. Get those hands on there. Just kind of show you my little pseudo display right now. But that's him kind of, I'm imagining him, he's running. Let's just say he's running away. Maybe this might not be the robbery scene right here. You can recreate a scene where he's running away from well, let's see. This is not Dark Knight Batman, of course, but let's just say, as he's running around here, let's imagine he's going there. Look at that. He's running away with that gun and bomb in his hand, and the Dark Knight, the Batman, he is chasing him down. Sorry, that's just what you do. You pose these things and you set them up how you want to, and that's how I would do that with this Joker, with Batman. I would have him kind of running away there maybe a little bit, because I love that face so much.
I love you, muchacha. I love you, Tico Broje.
I would not put that robbery mask on him. But that is the Dark Knight Joker 1/12 scale figure. My first unboxing and review of a Soap Studio item, and I am very impressed. Lots of great moving working parts, great paint schemes. So their artists right now on this piece did a very nice job. It really does look like Heath Ledger as the Joker. All the little accessories and everything were really nicely made. The only negative that I really found, besides the joints, now the joints of any 1/12 scale figure are not going to be like spectacular because they're so small. You have to be very careful with those joints. The one true negative that I found out about this thing, for me,
negatory.
The hands don't scale as well with the gun. So meaning that the hand and the gun are just off a little bit from being very precise. But I found a roundabout. I'm a right-hander. I like to display with my guns with the right hands, but I don't have to. I have the right hand that doesn't really fit the weapon all that well, the gun. I put a bomb in there, a grenade. And then on the left hand, I went ahead and put the gun in there to make it so that it fits nicely better. And one big awesome positive, two big awesome positives. No, we're going with two big awesome positives. Is the watch, which I didn't know was in there, and then the pockets on the pants that hold things like the cash right there. So you got an extra pocket. You can put another bomb in there if you want. Another huge, cool, awesome thing that I knew about, though, is the duffel bag with the bombs. Extremely, extremely awesome, detailed, all that. Overall, you know, I give it maybe just, maybe a really awesome high B+ to an A. You know, if it just would be a little bit more precision, it'd be an A++. Yeah, it's a really nice piece. If you are a Joker collector like I am, or Dark Knight collector, or Batman collector, this would be a really nice addition to your piece. I am going to caution you, though. The big caution is be careful with the joints. I felt like those little joints, man, I felt like they were, whenever you were taking the hands off, if you weren't careful enough, you kind of break those, because that's how small those 1/12 scaled figure joints are. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Do yourself a favor. Go ahead and give this video a like. Go ahead and hit that little bell over there, and go ahead and be notified every time I post a video. Click on the notification. If it doesn't look like something that you like, don't worry, there will be more. This has been that 80s Nostalgic Toy Guy, thanking you all for watching. I can't wait to see you guys at the collector's table again real soon. If you like this video, if you like the one before and the one before, and you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. I appreciate it very much. If you look forward to more fun and entertaining videos like the one you just watched, go ahead and click that subscribe button. As always, I am that 80s Nostalgic Toy Guy, and I look forward to seeing you again real soon.